ladies and gentlemen. Leonetti!
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I got to tell you something. I am very, very excited because this show that we got lined up for today is going to be magnificent. Like I said, two fantastic performers, two great people, very, very good, and very, very interesting. And that's what I love about to do what I do when I do this show. I usually come out with a joke, but today's going to be a little bit different because I'm very, very excited because I got a lot that I want to say. So I want everybody to sit back. I want you to relax. Don't touch that dial. Get your coffee, get your orange juice, grab your beer, do whatever you got to do. And I want you to sit down and relax. We'll be right back.
Go with Melissa.com, a directory of ways to help your family and business lifestyle flourish. Go with Melissa.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Michael Leonetti Variety Show. Boy, what a show we got today. As you can see from the earlier clip that I did, my opening, as I do on every television show, I got two magnificent, unbelievable guests that are here today to talk about so many wonderful things. But before, Melissa, how are you, sweetheart?
I'm doing great.
Melissa Spence, my co-host, such a pretty girl.
Thank you.
And I love that dress. Where'd you get that dress at?
Sandra Folk Couture.
Who's that again?
Sandra Folk Couture.
Is that the girl who does your dress? You're always throwing a plug in for that girl. Well, stand up. Show everybody out in TV land how beautiful you look.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
It's obviously getting somewhere
Oh,
else.
how pretty.
Thank you.
Easy. Oh, okay. All right. Rick always got that shot he likes to take from the west. I don't know why he takes the neck down shots, but that's what that guy's into. You know, before I go any further, let me thank my sponsors. Number one, Mr. Bob Kellogg, Kellogg's Corn Flakes. Bob, I say this to you all the time. Just, no one loves you as much as I do. You became a brother to me. Because without you, I would not have this television show. Because by having Kellogg's Corn Flakes as a sponsor shows the credibility of the type of person that who I am. And you stood behind me, and I will never, ever, for the rest of my life, forget that. Nancy WeLink, my brother's the CEO of WeLink, which is a fiber optic corporation. If you need faster internet, he's the guy to see. But make sure you have a sandwich for him because he's always wants something to eat when he goes and sees people. And naturally, go with Melissa.com, my co-host, who is the greatest in the world. I lost a daughter, but God brought her back in my life, and I'm so happy to have you there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Actually, something on GoWithMelissa.com.
What's that? What's going on with Melissa.com?
I have a present for you.
For me? Not for me.
Yes.
What is it?
Well, it's technically not for you. It's for your pets.
For my pets?
Yeah, you know,
Oh my God.
GoWithMelissa.com.
Oh, what is this?
There's Pet Madness.
Is this Pet Madness? What
Yes.
else?
So this is for your cat.
What, really?
Yes.
What do you
it's
do
a little,
with it?
It's a little toy.
Oh, it's a toy.
A
Okay,
toy.
what else?
Yeah,
Let's
you got
see.
some. You have two cats. So
Yes, I
two
do.
toys.
And what's this?
This one is a water bowl.
A water
and it
bowl?
has Pet Madness on it.
No kidding. Oh, my cats are going to love you for that.
You
And
can just pop it out and it can go by the pool.
is
It's
this,
not
is
glass.
this a little toy too?
Yeah. It's
Oh my God, how exciting. Well, Melissa, my cats, I'm going to put them right over here. They're going to love you. Thank you. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, I say this all the time, I spend a tremendous amount of money to distribute this show. So please, please, like, share, and subscribe. Because people say, Mike, you're sending me the show. What the hell do I need to subscribe for? Because you need to do it. Okay? Please. I would appreciate that. Don't forget my book called Deceit, Corruption, and Cover-Up. As everybody knows, I did many, many years in state penitentiary, but I did something that no man ever did before. Wrote and directed 60 biblical plays when I was away. Had over 17,000 inmates from every race, creed, and color came to my show. And I worked with 300 of the roughest, toughest guys you could ever possibly imagine. But I'm proud to say, starting June 25th, you ready for this?
I am.
My books are going national. You can go to Amazon, BookBaby, Barnes & Noble, which I'm going to be doing a, what do you call it, sign-up thing? You know, you sign, and Walmart, okay? So I'm very, very happy. So now you can go there starting June 25th to get the books. And I'm very excited
Mike
about
Leonetti, VarietyShow.com.
that. That's it.
There you go.
You're the one. And let's not forget, we're going to talk about the 8th of November. I'll be at the Cathedral. Well, my show will be Monique, twice as nice, greatest Motown act in Las Vegas. My buddy Sal Santiago and myself to do that show for the Roman Cathedral, which is great, which would be the Orthodox Romanian Cathedral, and I'm
can't
with
wait.
Leah Roberts. I love her. The tickets are $125 per person. All the money goes to the church. And guess who's cooking? The old man. So we're ready to go. So I'm very, very excited about that. One thing I wanted to mention before I introduce my guest, I had a call from a friend of mine that I haven't seen in 62 years.
Really?
Yes. He calls me on the phone Sunday. He says, Mike, how you doing? I said, who am I speaking to? He says, Salvatore Falzone. I said, Salvatore. Oh, my God, Sal, the last time I seen you, I was 10 years old. I was in the Cub Scouts.
No way.
His mother, do me a favor, pull up Rick. His mother just passed away. She was 102. That was my den mother. And that's Sal. I can see, Sal, you lost your hair like me, buddy, but I would have recognized you anywhere. And Sal says to me on the phone, do you still remember your oath? I said, yes, I do. Come on back to me. He goes, I swear to do my duty to God and to my country and obey the law of PAC. That was PAC 248. Last time I seen Sal was 62 years ago. Wow. And he says to me, Michael, my mother had your picture up in her kitchen. Never took your picture down all them years. I said, was I next to Kennedy and Jesus? Where was I? Where was I at? You know what I'm trying to tell you? And Sal's coming out to Las Vegas next week. Sal, can't wait to give you a big hug and kiss. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to introduce two phenomenal, unbelievable, magnificent people. One of my favorite singers, beside Monique, who I love with all my heart, is Kelly Vohnn. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for coming.
Well, thanks for having me, Mike. Thanks, Melissa. Thank
Boy,
you.
you're the best. I know that John never seen her perform, but you're going to see some show. Oh, Johnny, let me tell you, this girl is the best. Barbara Streisand, you never. Dolly Parton. She was at my restaurant. She performed for me at my restaurant. Kelly, I got to tell you something. There's no words to say. Thank you for coming to the show here today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Oh, man, you were great. Where are you going to be performing? What's your next thing?
Well, I have a Dolly Parton show called Dolly and Friends where I impersonate Dolly Parton, and I have different celebrity guests on with my show. Every second and fourth Wednesday afternoon at 2 p.m. at the Composer's Room on Sahara and Maryland Parkway, the old commercial center. But also I have a Barbra Streisand show coming up. I don't impersonate Barbra Streisand, but I sound like her for some reason. And that's May 29th at the Italian American Club. May 29th is my birthday. So, and those tickets are $75, and that includes dinner and the show. And I have a special guest, Chadwick Johnson, will be my guest for, do you know Chadwick? I love Chadwick. And my grandson, my 2.5-year-old grandson's coming into town to see his grandma perform for the first time.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think. Hey, do me a favor, Rick. Go give me a shot and go right to Kelly Vohnn.
You're riding high in April, shine down in May, but I know I'm gonna change that too. I'll be riding high back in June.
that incredible?
I can't.
That is absolutely incredible. Incredible. You know, I want to switch over. There's a gentleman next to her who I just met, ladies and gentlemen, today. Now, John Pondy and myself, we have a lot in common because we were both in a place, we were so deep in hell I could never possibly imagine where we were at. And we were two guys that never met each other, but walked the valley of death, got out of prison, and did something that you could not possibly believe. John, first of all, thank you for coming.
Man, I am honored to be here.
Are you kidding me, man? You're the best. I thought you were Denzel Washington walking in. Is that Denzel? You did some. You've done some. You're doing some great things, aren't you?
Yeah. Just doing what it is that God calls me to do.
Amen.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I got to tell you something because we got two more segments with here. That's why I got these two guests, ladies and gentlemen. John Pondy, such a spiritual man. The way what I did with the prisoners inside the prison, Johnny came out, okay, and done something so great. Rick, do me a favor. I want to show you that this man got a pardon from the President of the United States of America. That's John on the left. Who's the guy on the right, John?
It's Richard Beasley. Richard Beasley was the FBI agent on my case who was my dear friend today.
Really?
Yes.
That's unbelievable. And the guy in the middle, who's that?
That's the president. I think that's the president of the United
I'm only
States.
teasing you, John.
That's fantastic.
Boy, I'll tell you something. That was terrific. The President of the United States. Well, you never know. You know what I'm trying to say to you? That's
What would you ask him? What was the conversation like speaking with the president?
Yeah, so we've had lots and lots of conversations, and this particular day, I was just invited to go out speak at the RNC because there's a partnership we have with law enforcement. They asked if Richard Beasley can come along, the FBI agent, and after we're done speaking, the pardon came at a 100% surprise. I didn't even know I was getting it. I didn't even ask for the pardon, hadn't submitted any paperwork or anything like that. But, there it was. The President of the United States had granted me a pardon.
And it wasn't even your birthday.
It wasn't even my birthday.
And John, you said you did 17 years.
Yeah, so I did 17 years, but it was on and off, right? It was 3 years. I tell everybody it was like life on the installment plan.
Right.
3 years here, 5 years here, 2 years here. But I've been coming in and out of the system since I was 12 years old. Yeah.
That's incredible. Well, it's amazing how God could bring people together because what He has in store for you, you don't see over the mountain.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When we think it's over, it's done. You know what I mean? You got to put your faith in the Lord, and I say that all the time. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to move because I got so much more to talk about with Kelly Vohnn and Mr. John Pondy. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit down, relax. We're going to come right back. Don't move. Everybody, oh boy, what did I tell you? I get some great people on this show. I'm so excited, especially and I said his name wrong. I said Ponder. It's Ponder. It's really Pondolino, but he changed it. He said I want to take out those vowels.
I love it.
If I want that pardon, I'm going to take that.
That's right.
It ain't Pondolino, trust me. I ain't hooked up with the Gambino family. You got the wrong guy. So what have you done, John? I might say John. I would go say Johnny. That's that Italian thing. So what have you done since you've been out? I mean, you changed a lot of hearts with the guys.
Oh, absolutely. So we stood up a reentry organization. There's Hope for Prisoners, and we work with men, women, and young adults that are exiting different arenas of the judicial system.
Really?
Looking to provide the supportive services to help them to successfully reintegrate back into their home, back into the workplace, and ultimately for them to reintegrate back in our community where with an overall goal of them never reoffending again.
That's the key. You know, I got to tell you, it's. I was never a playwright. I was never a playwright. I was looking for a tree to hang myself.
Right.
I mean, honest with
Yes.
you. To get 20 years, lose your family, get accused of something you didn't do, and go away and lose an empire.
Right.
But God had a plan.
Oh, yes.
He had a plan, and we were talking about guys. You know, James Allen, who's in my book.
Right.
Jimmy did. He was a lifer, you
Yep.
know, for murder. Jimmy
Yep.
was into place.
Yeah.
You know, and you come across. There's a lot of guys who got out and they went right back in
Yep.
again. You know what I mean? And being in the entertainment business, you know my show, Standing Over. The greatest thing I ever done in my life was those plays, because that audience was the toughest. Unbelievable audience. They would come in, Crips, Blood, Sereno, Paisa, Border Brothers, A-Dub, Nevada Tresses, would sit down like this. You know what I mean? All right, let me see what this guy's doing. And they would walk out and look at me and say, Mike,
Yeah.
hit my heart. See, that's an achievement.
Yeah.
What we do is easy. They're drinking, they're living. Oh, the show's terrific. I love the way you sing. Go in front of them guys and do a show for them guys that have no hope and never getting out. And then the preacher would come up and say, how many people want to give their life to Christ?
Yeah.
So I would do the play. When the play was over, the preacher would get up and do, and the plays were only 12 minutes, 15 minutes. The biggest play was 18 minutes, the play of Joseph.
Right.
But I did
Yeah.
then I went to the Muslims, which I had to go to the Quran, because I did the scorching wind that came out of the Quran.
Yeah.
So that's, you know Malik? Remember Malik?
It may ring a bell.
He had the Muslims, you know,
Yep,
and he would go and say, you got to support Mike. So
yes.
Nazi, the Christian plays they didn't come to. And anything
Right.
from the Bible, the Old Testament, they were front and center.
Right.
Kelly, you know, I got to tell you something. You're the greatest.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
You're the greatest. And I suggest everybody that's out in TV land that watches this show to make sure you go see her at the Composers Room and the Italian American Club. I always joke when I say that word. I don't know why. Nobody teasing. You're nice.
Because you don't have to be a member to go.
But you don't
we
have
were talking about that earlier.
You don't have to be a member to go.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a
People
member
get
to go.
confused,
You know,
yeah.
when I walk in, they say, "What mob are you from?" I am from no mob. What are you talking about? Melissa, you do a lot with the prison institution.
I do, actually. I do, yeah. I'm the commission.
Nom, nom.
I must be eating the same thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I work with the church, St. Joan of Arc, Catholic church here in town, and we're responsible for two of the jails, the one downtown and the one over on Sloan, up that
Okay.
way, detention center. And so we were able to see the men and the women, and so we're looking right now to talk to the juvies very much so.
Awesome.
And, yeah, it's very rewarding to
Yeah.
be able to go inside and, get them into Christ. And, because a lot of them, they've never known Christ or anything. And, I start with basics, like 10 Commandments. If you're in here, you probably don't know your 10 Commandments.
Sure.
So let's
Right.
start here. And then, and you just see them going, scratching their head. Wow, okay, wow. And then, in that short amount of time that I've had them, you can see like a little epiphany come inside their
Right.
heads, and they want to help and everything. And what I found really funny was Ash Wednesday. Around that, I'm trying to explain what Ash Wednesday is, and the next 40 days, of going up to Easter, and these girls were just so excited and to understand the symbolism of what it was, that they're like, we're taking our cigarette butts, that's it, we're getting all our ashes, girls.
Right.
We're gonna go and
Yeah.
and to me, I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I understand the symbolism of where they were
Yes.
trying to take that.
Yes.
And to me, it was just the prettiest thing. But I'm
Yeah.
like, girls, but let's not put, let's put our ashes,
Right,
cigarette
right.
butts, and,
Yeah.
a little different.
Yeah.
Now you've been back into the prison. Didn't you go talk or no?
Oh, absolutely.
You go back?
I'm in the prison. We are actually in 7 different institutions. And I did have an opportunity to go back to USB Allenwood in Pennsylvania, where I did all that time. And it was so rewarding for me to be able to come across the men that were in there who aren't ever coming home.
Right.
Judge give them 1,000 years, right? I don't even know how you begin to start doing the 1,000 years, but it was those men, the minute I hit the yard, they snatched me up out of the garbage on the yard and they walked with me my whole rep. They mentored me, they discipled me. It was almost as if they were pouring their life into me because they knew I had an out date.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got to give glory to the Lord, because I'm going to tell you something. Once you get the book, you go to prison, the first thing they ask you for is your paperwork.
Oh, absolutely.
All right?
Yes.
If you got a janky case, which is a sex case, which I had a
Right.
girl that
Right.
accused me.
Yeah.
They don't give you no questions. Let me see your paperwork. You stabbed, you raped, you beat up on the spot.
Right.
No one ever once in all them years put their finger on me because the Lord
Yes.
surrounded me
Yep.
with angels. And when you got to have a sponsor. You have to.
Right.
You get the wrong guy. It's no, this guy's okay.
Yep.
They have a green light on you. You're a dead
That's
man. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely, 100%. 100%. Yes.
And to use me, and that was what was so fascinating because Mike, you never the word PC. That's called protective custody.
Right,
Most
right.
guys are in it, Johnny. You know they never get out, and they'll
Absolutely.
get you when you're inside.
Yep, yep.
But it was unbelievable, you know.
Right.
And then to come out, and then to write a book, and I blew the whistle on every corrupt judge. And so you didn't do Vegas time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now the timing is right. Thank God that Trump is in.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yep,
Because the
yep.
way he exposed everybody,
Right.
I exposed everybody in the book because
Wow.
the book's been out for 2.5 years. Because if you say something that's not true,
Yep.
they're coming after you.
Oh, absolutely.
You're a dead man. You're
Yeah.
gone. I mean, they're
Yeah.
going to sue you. They're going to, you know what I'm trying to say to you?
Absolutely.
So the timing is right when it comes to the Lord. And I always say, everybody that's out there, if you don't know who this gentleman is, you look him up on the internet. Whatever he does, please support this man. You know what I mean? Whatever that he's trying to do. Because he's trying to do what I did when I was inside. You know what I mean? I couldn't help anybody on the outside, but I helped everybody on the inside,
Right.
which was very, you know that, very rare.
Absolutely.
To have 17,000 guys and to work with 300.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I would say, wait a minute, I got a part, you're going to be great.
Right.
They say, wait
Right.
a minute, Mike, what's the part? Well, hold on, let me tell you what it is.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, and then the Spanish came to me, the Serenios came to me, and
Right.
I did them in Spanish.
Yeah.
And I would say to the guy, because I don't speak Spanish, I tell this guy, stage left, stage right, one. No, you're not doing it
Yeah.
right. Pick me some more passion. Come on, we're talking about God here. Let's go, boys.
There we
Come on,
go.
Have I let you down?
Right.
Okay, Mike, all right, we'll do it for you. No,
Right.
don't do it for me. Do it for yourself.
Absolutely.
And no one ever got clowned on the yard.
Yep.
Because if you
Yep.
get clowned, they would... Johnny, you
Right.
know that.
Oh, absolutely.
They ain't coming back, buddy.
Yeah, that's right.
They're never
That's
coming
right.
back.
Right.
Kelly Vohnn, how do you feel? You
Yeah.
feel good?
I feel good.
God, you got to go see her perform.
Oh, I am going to go.
Oh, my God in
Yes.
heaven.
Awesome.
How's your time
Absolutely.
in the yard been? Have you been in the yard? I'm just kidding.
No, God forbid. God, how the hell did we do all that time?
Oh, I don't
Jesus.
even know.
When I went in a young man, I came out at 59 with 17
right.
cents to my name.
Yep, yep.
And when I lost, the Lord gave me everything
Right.
back.
Yep. Yep.
Everything back.
Yep.
Anything you want to add, Johnny?
You know, I came home and I had $5 to my name. I surrendered my life to the Lord while I was in prison. There was one thing I want to say to the both of you guys, right? As you guys, if you were inside and you were ministering to the men, right? And as you go in on a daily basis, how often you go in there, I always take a time out to thank people that do what it is you guys are doing and the chaplains that go inside, because it was the chaplains that were coming in, that were ministering to me, that helped me to establish my relationship with the Lord. And sometimes when we're ministering in the prison like you guys are doing, we don't always get to see the fruit of our labor. Right? Because we, you know, it's transient. We're going in, people are moving around, right? We don't get to see the fruit of our labor, right? But I want to tell you guys both, because what it was you were doing, it happened to me. And what it is you're doing, it happened to me. But I want to let you know that I'm the fruit of that labor, right?
And
It's so important
And
to have
that's
the roots on the
Johnny.
ground.
That's a God sent. And that's a blessing. Rick, do me a favor before we go to commercial. Give me one more shot of Kelly Vohnn here.
I'm gonna Stonewall Jackson.
See if I can.
When I
I can't let you love me. you love. I will always love you. And now for my favorite version. Yeah.
Now, that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That is a fantastic.
I can't do that.
Is that incredible? Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, don't move. We got one more segment to come up. We're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna get back to Big John from Tucson, and then we're gonna come over here and talk to Kelly Vohnn and Nancy Melissa Spence. I am so excited. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't move. Don't move, lady. Mommy, don't move.
This is Anthony from WeLink Internet, home of the super fast fiber optic speeds. Are you paying too much for your internet? Is your service slow? Is your bill outrageous and keep going up? Well, look no further. WeLink Internet has you covered. Not only do we have super fast speeds, unbelievable customer service, but our price is usually a lot lower than anyone else. Give me a call to see if your home is available, and I will give you 30 days free to try out our service with free installation, and all the equipment will be included with no rental fees. Give me a call now to get you set up with WeLink Internet.
We're back. We're back. Before we went to commercial, Kelly said, "You're good at this." I said, "I know. What do you think Kellogg's is paying me for?" That's great. You know, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, please get your tickets. We got about 40 tickets sold already for November 8th. Don't make sure you pick up the phone and make the call, because I'm telling you, there's only 150 tickets that we're going to be sold that evening. Okay, so I know we'll be sold out before that time. So make sure you get up there and you do it. And once again, I want to thank the Las Vegas Country Club, because I opened there on the 16th of
May.
this month. We're sold out already. Can't get a seat. 200 people, and I got the guys in the band. And believe it or not, my brother, he's not only my brother, my heart. I love this kid. One of the best DJs you have ever experienced in your life. So he, from 6 to 7, is going to be my brother getting the people to boogie down, to stick and move, to sneeze and grease, to cough and please. We're going to move. I'm telling you, he's the master of disaster, the king of Steve, the count of Monte Fisto. And then at 7 o'clock, I get on the stage. So for the people that live at Las Vegas Country Club, like Melissa, take a seatbelt, because you want to strap yourself in. I don't want you to break a hip, because once I start, I'm going to tell you something. We're going to knock them dead. Kelly,
Yes.
you're the greatest. John,
Thank
talk to
you.
me a little bit, buddy. We got a couple of minutes.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just honored at the work we're doing and what God is doing
That's
and
wonderful.
through the ministry and helping people live the life that God created them to live. That's what the mission is all about.
Is there a website that people can get a hold of you?
Absolutely. We are at hopeforprisoners.org, and that's HOPEFOR prisoners.org. There's ways for people to be able to get involved, mentoring, volunteering, and we can always use support. The bulk of what it is that we do comes off of personal and private foundational funding to give us the opportunity to think outside the box and do the great work that we've been doing. We've been doing this. We're celebrating 15 years of hope. I've been doing this 15 years, have had the chance to work with over 5,900 men and women, have returned back to the community, and have the highest success rate, not only to help people not go back to prison, but to be able to help them to live levels of life
Well,
that
that's
most
great.
people only dream of.
Well, John, from the bottom of my heart, all jokes aside, I know this is the first time we met. We never met before. People always told me about you.
Yeah.
I'm honored, thanks to Melissa, to bring you on the show, because this kid's my heart.
I promise you're honored to be
And
here as
I would
well.
love to have you back again. Kelly Vohnn, where you playing at again?
I'm playing at the Composers Room the 2nd and 4th Wednesday afternoons at 2 p.m. and also Italian American Club on May 29th. And you can find out all the information on me on kellyvohn.com. Kelly, V as in Victor, OHNN.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, a half hour goes by so fast. Unbelievable. Rick Manning in the booth. I thank him with all my heart and soul for putting up with me for, what's this, 54 shows so far? My number 54th is the 53rd show. I'd like to thank my brother who actually made this television show from a podcast to a TV show, because the editing is the key. And what he does, because it takes him hours, and he charges me plenty. Let me tell you something. And every time he comes Sunday to my house for dinner, he always walks in empty-handed. He does not want to buy a cake or a pie or a bottle of wine. I don't know why. I told him always, don't go nowhere. He comes in with a smile. Melissa, you are the ultimate angel from heaven. God will bless you. We have a whole career for us. This is just the beginning of something great. You know, whatever time God gives me left, I'm very blessed. So I say this all the time. I had Aladdin's lamp.
Michael.
Yes, sir.
One more episode is 1 year.
One more episode is 1 year?
1 year.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Geez, I want to total up what I paid you. So So like I said before, my brother had to jump in. If I had Aladdin's lamp and I had one wish to make, I would not wish for caviar or any special dish.
No
I would not
special
wish for dollars, yet in dollars I have few. I'd wish to come to a studio, go to a showroom, and bring my talents to people as wonderful as all of you. But most of all, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give honor and great gratitude to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving an old man like me a second chance and still have the power at 73 to knock you out of either hand. And I'm very blessed with that. Kelly Vohnn, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Thanks
Big
for
John,
having me.
you're the greatest, baby.
My honor, man.
We got the same barber. We got to stick together.
Yes.
And Melissa Spence, you're the greatest of all time. I'll see you Sunday. Make sure you take an appetite. We'll see you next week with a whole new bunch of people. Thanks, everybody. Take care of yourself. God bless you.